manifesting generational wealth and wellness. Generational wellness and wealth. Hello, this lesson is answering the question, how can I add a holistic touch to the way I learn and play tennis? That's something that I'm doing right now. I picked up in my late 20s and I'm having so much fun, and I'm seeing some comparisons, some similarities, and I wanted to share that with you. All right, so we'll start with about me, then we'll go into what does holistic mean. Maybe you've heard it buzzing around. We'll go into what holistic tennis might mean, and then we'll end with some encouragements. So you can take the time to pause and read this. Essentially what this is saying is, I am anonymous. The other person that teaches on here as well is anonymous. Although, no fun for whistleblowers, we wouldn't care if our identity was revealed. We just prefer to go on an anonymous route online because once you lose your anonymity, it does not come back. And we want to protect that in the future. When this page has 100,000 subscribers, God willing. All right, moving on. Let's start it up. Our next goal on this channel is 15 subscribers. So if you like this video that I'm giving you for free, all I ask in return is that you click that subscribe button and you share it and have someone else click that subscribe button. And 15, that's such a small goal. There are people with hundreds of millions of subscribers. So I know we can get to 15. I just know it. Okay, so let's get into it. We're talking about holistic from a kosha perspective. Kosha is a Sanskrit word meaning layer or sheath. And in the yogic tradition, this word kosha comes up a lot because yoga is connected to the language of Sanskrit. Those who annotated it did so in Sanskrit. Now, according to this tradition, to this system of belief, humans have 5 koshas, 5 layers to our existence. That's the reason why we have this human picture. We have our body, we have our breath, we have our mind, our wisdom, and our soul. The reason why this picture, all 5 of them are the same, is because there's no separating any one of them from us. We all have a body, we all have a breath, we all have a mind, we all are learning things with our mind and having values, and we all have a soul. So underneath that, I just have other words associated with it. For example, physical, energetic, mental and emotional, intellectual, and spiritual layers. Underneath that, I have the Sanskrit word for each of the layers. The Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manamaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya Koshas. And just to reiterate this definition I got from ChatGPT, holistic refers to an approach that considers the whole system rather than individual parts. And I'll pause for a minute here and talk about why holistic may be buzzing around in America now. And that's because our Western medical system um, has, and just maybe not even only the medical system, maybe other systems as well, but I can see it clearly in the medical system, is it's fragmented. You want to heal your mind, you go to a therapist, you sit down and you talk, but rarely is there physical happening. Sometimes people don't even cross the spiritual boundary in those rooms, or the energetic, and well, that's becoming more popular, but sometimes the energetic boundary is not spoken about. It's like, okay, we go to a therapist, we only get 2 koshas there. We go to the gym, we get 1 or 2 koshas there. We go to church, we get 1 or 2 koshas there. But my career is being made from a system that incorporates the whole system, holistic. And I am blessed to be in a space that has that wisdom. So what might holistic tennis look like? I'll give you a moment to pause for your own thoughts. And if you need any more time, feel free to pause for longer. On the basic level, holistic tennis looks like awareness. We definitely will in the future get into more concrete examples, but starting at the foundational level, what I believe is the foundational level, is awareness. I have a quote here this is my favorite quote. This is from Miss Felicia Rashad's mother, Vivian Allen. The inner reality creates the outer form. So, if our inner reality is that of awareness of the koshas, our outer form will reflect that. So I have here paying attention to our body, breath, energy, thoughts, emotion, wisdom, joy during our training creates a more holistic experience. Don't separate the soul from the physical. Don't make the mistake that because you're in tennis practice, now we're all about the physical, or maybe now we're just physical and breath, or just physical breath and learning. Well, that's physical as well. You're learning life lessons at the same time. You're listening to your thoughts at the same time. You're scanning your emotions at the same time. You're listening to your soul at the same time. And to begin, it's just an awareness. You can even checklist it if you want. If not, because checklists may not work for everybody, find your own way. For me, it's more of just, again, a natural awareness. Having this understanding that there are these 5 layers to me and bringing them everywhere that I go. So here are some of my notes from picking up tennis, and I'm so curious to find out if anyone has experienced this as well, or if you have something completely opposite. I'd really love to know. So here's what I found. My tennis swing parallels my approach to communication. I am a beginner tennis player. I may also be a beginner communicator, even though I've been talking my whole life. But I was aggressive. Like I gave that ball a whack. Um, I pounced. So like I swung sometimes too early. And then I became awkward when I didn't know what to do in tennis, which that that's word what to say should be what to do. But the parallel is when I don't know what to say in person, I'm awkward as well, right? Some people get quiet when they become awkward, like when they don't. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Some people get quiet when they don't know what to say. Others, like me, get awkward, and it's the same thing in tennis for me. The next note is the balls coming my way parallels obstacles coming my way in life. So whether it be opportunities, whether it be hurdles, things coming my way, like receiving. Yeah, and when I'm receiving, I realize I lose that pranamaya layer, that energetic layer, the breath. I'm so focused on catching it or hitting it. I'm focused on receiving and sending back. Like I just want to do, but I'm forgetting to breathe. And I wonder how many times in my life that's happened where I've held my breath through, let's just say, like a tough conversation, or let's just say some obstacle coming my way while I'm driving. Am I holding my breath? Because holding my breath, which is constricting it, it's not allowing it to be free. And I wonder how much holding my breath over time, what impact that has on me, if any. And sometimes I take my eyes off the ball. I did that a lot when I was the opposite of receiving. I don't know. When I was hitting the ball over the net, it didn't occur to me to think, where's this ball gonna land? Obviously, I'm a beginner, so I'm going to not make too much of it, not going to overanalyze a bit because, um, I there are certain things that I'm just ignorant to, but that's communication as well. Certain things that I'm ignorant to there. So in some ways, I will try to form a bridge and use tennis to improve my communication if it can. And the third note, though, which is something that I wanted to say proud of, but I also don't want to become attached to it, because that's where the mold comes, the ego. I don't want any mold in my personality, but I am proud because I always went for the swing. Today I might feel good about that, tomorrow I might not. Tomorrow in tennis class I might learn, hey, you don't have to always go for it, because I do see that. I've been watching professional tennis matches on YouTube, and some people just don't go. They already can see that it's going over, and there's no need to go for that. That's a waste of energy. So, which is exactly why I don't want to get attached to it. But as of right now, I am proud that I go for the swing, and I am eager to learn when I don't need to waste my energy either. But knowing that it's still within me to try. But also learning how to work smarter and not harder. Okay? So I just have a checklist at the bottom, or a check note is remember to find the balance. If you're going on this tennis journey trying to be more holistic, remember just to find the balance. Some days you might leave class and realize, man, I did only get awareness of 3 koshas today. That's normal. That's normal, especially as a beginner. That's normal. Over time, with the awareness, it will come. Without the awareness, like the intention of awareness, chances are it is significantly less likely for you to get it. Start with the awareness. And we'll get into what that means a little bit more in future PowerPoints, future lessons. Okay. So finally, I would like to encourage you all to compare and contrast your swing to your communication and see how that works for you. And then, with your partner's consent, or maybe your coach's consent, try this out with someone else and come share. I am so interested. Like, is tennis just communication? Because it is. It's a back and forth. So can we use that to help our backs and forths in real life? I'm very interested, as you can tell. So please come back and share your notes with me if you want to, if you don't mind. Okay? Thank you so much. Remember that goal, 15 subscribers. If you got any value from this at all, subscribe on your second account if you got one. Subscribe on your third account if you got one. Tell your friend to subscribe. 15 subscribers is so small, and I look forward to hanging out with you in the next one. Peace.